Oh, the woes of having a dog with anxiety. Just constant licking. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite main characters from books. So it wasn't easy to pick just 5. Let me preface this video with that. So these are in no particular order. I just kind of picked 5 and put them on a list. So I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into it. The first one on my list is Shallan from the Stormlight Archive. I know some people don't really like her, but I do, at least in the first 2 books, which are the only 2 that I've read. Yeah, I like her. I like other characters in the series as well, but she's definitely like my favorite as of right now. I also just find her backstory really interesting. She comes from a somewhat large family and an abusive household, so I find this really interesting about her, and to see her grow as a character through the first 2 books was really interesting for me. And number 2 on this list is Isabel, the main character in An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. The book is on the shorter side, so we don't get to see a lot of change in her, but from the get-go, she's pretty headstrong. Number 3 on my list is Bryce Quinlan from Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I overall just really liked her character. I do like Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, but I'm not a big fan of Aelin. She's okay, but she's really not the best character in the book. As a main character, I just liked Bryce more because she's a little bit more mature and is sassy and has all of the likable traits of Aelin, and they kind of disregarded all of the bad ones and then put new ones in. So overall, I just like her more as a main character. Number 4 on this list is Clef from the Founders trilogy. Now, I've gone into this before in other videos, but Clef is by far one of my favorite characters of all time. I am a big fan of Howl's Moving Castle, and like I've said before, I don't know why, but Clef gives me very strong Calcifer vibes. It's just like his mannerisms and stuff. So I know some people don't really like that, but I did, and I really like the dynamic between him and the other main characters. I don't know, I would just say overall his character is very memorable, funny, and interesting. And last but not least on this list, for number 5, we have Isolde from the Witchland series. I would say out of all of the main characters, I like her the most. I like that she's kind of very serious and very loyal and has a much more serious, calm type demeanor than Safi does. So the 2 of them being best friends is definitely an interesting dynamic, but I personally am not a fan of Safi. I find her immature and obnoxious, and I just all around just don't like Safi very much, but I do really like Isolde. I definitely think she's like the more intelligent, less impulsive of the 2. And I find her relationship with Owl and Aedwin really interesting. I'm interested to see how that goes. I definitely like the friendship between the 3 of them. I just wanted to pop in here with some honorable mentions as well. Characters who made it on the list but ended up not making the final cut. And among these, we would have Aelin, as I discussed earlier. I also had Jude Duarte from The Cruel Prince on here. She by far is one of my favorite characters. It was really hard for me to pick when it came to her. I wrote her on the list twice and then crossed her out and put somebody else in her place. So she definitely is probably the first runner-up on this list. If I could make this list 6, she would be on it. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more bookish and plant related content. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!